Hi, I'm Lauren Sapala. I'm the author of the INFJ Revolution, and I'm teaching a new live class this August called AWAKEN. It's for empaths and intuitives. If this is the first video you're seeing about the class, there are 2 other videos about the class that I made to give everybody sort of a taste of what we'll be talking about and the things we'll be exploring. So be sure to check out those other 2 videos. The first is on energy vampires, and the second is on relationships that drain you. So before we get into the topic of this third video, I just want to say thank you so much to all the people who've reached out to me and sent me emails. I've gotten a huge response on this class. People are so excited. I've heard, I'm really ready for this. I have felt these feelings all my life. I thought I was totally alone. I thought I was a weirdo. And I'm really ready to embrace myself and embrace my gifts as an empath and an intuitive at this time in my life. So I think we're going to have a really good experience and a really nice group. So thank you if you are one of the people who reached out to me, because there were so many. I really appreciate it. So the topic of this video, I'm talking about the deep feeling of loneliness that most empaths and intuitives experience for most of their lives. This was me too. I had this feeling for so many years. I had it in elementary school, I had it in high school, I had it in my 20s when I went out into the working world and got my first few jobs. I always felt really abnormal. I felt like I was surrounded by normal people and normal settings, and I was the weirdo all of the time. I felt misunderstood. I felt like an alien. I felt really, really alone. I would go into my office or different groups, and I would try to participate. I would think of things to say, of course, through a lot of layers of social anxiety. And then when I finally said the thing in the group, I realized, I had said something really weird and no one else got it. I would get blank looks. I would sort of get like the puzzled stare, and I always felt like, ooh, I said the wrong thing. I need to retreat inside myself. No one else is interested in the types of things that I'm interested in. Nobody else cares as deeply about the things that I care about. So I always felt very strange. This led to a lot of feelings of like resentment and even anger. I would be sitting, at company lunches for my office and just kind of stewing in silence because I had given up on contributing to the conversation or being understood at all. Unless I was acting in the role of counselor, which I've talked about in the past 2 videos, how so many empaths and intuitives do that. That's the way we're accepted, right? We act as the role of counselor, but that can also become very tiring and very burdensome. So basically, I thought there was no hope. I thought I was always going to be lonely. I would only have like 1 friend or 2 friends at any given time. I would never feel part of a community. I would never feel like I wasn't an alien. Well, then I became a writing coach, and then I started blogging about personality types, and I started blogging about INFJs and INFPs, empaths, intuitives, highly creative people, highly sensitive people, call it what you will. And I started working with a lot of these people. And when I got this influx of intuitive people into my life, other empaths, other highly creative people, other highly sensitive people, everything started to change. For the first time, I was meeting people like me, people who also felt really weird, people who were into the same kinds of topics I was into, metaphysics, religions from around the world, spirituality, history, philosophy, dreams, magic, stories, right? Art. All of the really weird, fringy stuff I had always been into, and I thought nobody else is into this. I started meeting people who could meet me there. And it was a really nice feeling. All of a sudden, I didn't feel so alone anymore. So what happened, as I felt more safe and more seen and more heard and more valued by these other empathic people showing up in my life, these other intuitive people, I started to feel like the normal world outside of my little group was safe to venture into. I could have the conversation with somebody at the grocery store. I could participate in the conversation at my office. I could go to the baby shower for an afternoon and just make small talk and be okay. And I felt that way because I had another group of people who were seeing me and hearing me. I didn't need to get my needs met through this normal world that had never met my needs in the first place. So I stopped trying. All the pressure came off of it, and suddenly I could just be in the moment at the office or the baby shower and see it for what it was and be okay with it. This can actually happen. You can shed all the layers of social anxiety, feeling like a weirdo, feeling like no one gets you, feeling like you'll never fit in, the key is to find other people who are like you, other empaths, other intuitives. And I always coach my clients on this all the time, and they say, that's great, Lauren, but where do I find these people? I can't find them. I'm part of the 1%. Like, where are they? Just tell me where they are, and I'll go be with them. This class I'm teaching in August, this is a place where you will find these people. This is a place for other empaths, other intuitives, highly creatives, highly sensitives, artists, creative folk, weird folk. This is a place for all these people to gather together. So if you are looking for something like this, if you know it's time to bring in new energy into your life, new relationships, new people who really value you and will honor your boundaries as a sensitive person, this is the group for you. I always do a private Facebook group with my classes, and anyone who's been in any of my classes can attest, they're a lot of fun. We have the loveliest people in my groups. We really do. I leave the Facebook group open well after the class ends, indefinitely into the future. And in my groups, I have people who show up a year and a half after the class has ended, and they're still posting and checking in with people, and they've made friends and, formed other groups and gone off on their own. So if you're looking for that type of experience, if you're looking to enter a new era in your life where your relationships actually nourish you, you don't feel like a weirdo anymore, you feel like you are stepping into your gifts, you are empowering yourself with your intuitive abilities, this is the class for you. Registration opens day after tomorrow, Thursday, August 5th. I believe that's Friday, August 6th for the Australia people. The registration will be open for 5 days, and 5 days only. We start the class on Tuesday, August 10th. So if you want to get in, because we're going to have registration going right up until the day before class. So once that cutoff happens, it's really firm. So please, if you have questions in the meantime, you can email me, rightscitysf@gmail.com. There's a contact form on my website. You can comment in the YouTube comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're getting it through my newsletter, hit reply to the email. Let's get those questions answered, because I think this is going to be a really big class for people. So if you think this could help you in any way at all, I really encourage you to reach out, talk to me, and we'll work out if it's a good fit for you. I will see everybody day after tomorrow. So excited. I'll see you guys when doors open. Until then, bye.